got yourself together. Wow. Okay, roll the next one. Murph, over to you.
Right, up to turn one. This is quite tricky. It's very tight. All the focused. Talk to yourself, talk to yourself.
Look at the tongue again.
Yeah, I wish you'd keep it in.
I need a full face helmet.
And now he hit the tyres too, by the way.
Oh, easy.
Oh, did he? That's very wide.
How's that?
Now, when we arrived, the stick had been very good. He hadn't used any grass. By the time we left, there was crap and corruption everywhere. Oh, he's gone deep. Tailing. So this is tricky, this corner onto the straight. Oh, tidy. No, that's clean.
Half a wheel off there.
Here's a little bit of road.
Having a chat with myself.
He's not happy with
We
himself.
had a lot of time to think down into that last turn.
Arm on the windowsill. What were you listening to, radio-wise?
I think it's Nova.
Focused. I want to see an outside shot
Look at
here.
that finger. What's that all about?
Oh,
I love the grass.
Yeah, through the chicane. How much grass did he use?
Oh,
most of it.
Oh!
It's tidy. It's clean. I'm a bit worried. I'm worried.
Okay, guys, what did you think of the track?
The track. A great little circuit.
Not too bad at all. It's pretty challenging, especially in that little buzz box.
Especially with that chicane down the street and that thing.
It's pretty hard, that chicane. It's
Just a lift.
Flat and forth.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm very nervous.
Greg Murphy.
I'm very nervous.
Your time.
I'm nervous too.
I just want to be faster than James Morrison.
It'll be a close run thing. Okay. Greg Murphy, you did it in a 1 minute.
In the right minute.
23.60.
Oh, he's at the gap.
Now, as you can see, we've got a special racing drivers section. It's only fair. And I've left a gap.
It's not quite
There's
enough room
there's
for
room
mine, though,
above
Charlie.
and there's room below.
I don't know. I want to find out though.
I've
It's
been
killing
calm
me.
at the start of Bathurst. I've been
Yeah.
calmer.
I'm surprised you can't hear my heart beating through the mic here.
200 beats a minute.
You guys don't understand how competitive we
My
are.
hands are all sweaty and all.
Older power.
Come on, Charlie.
Okay, James. You did it in 1 minute, 23 point, this is ridiculous, 5-3. Seven hundredths of a second. Please thank James Courtney, Greg Murphy.
Aren't they fantastic sports? There was only a 15th in it. But now it's time to acknowledge those addle-pated apes of the automotive industry with What Were They Thinking? Steve, tonight we're going to play the What Were They Thinking game. You got the idea of this so far?
Yeah, okay, yep.
Okay, now this is based on the selections made by Wheels magazine over the years for Car of the Year, which is a questionable thing. I have with me a pack of cards, or a pack of cars, and I'd like you to pick a car, any car, and it will be a Wheels Car of the Year.
The Renault 12.
The Renault 12. The very few cars you find that are actually rusting before you put the key in the door at the showroom, but it was available in a really horrible lilac colour that Renault tried to flog as being the safest colour in the world. So if you own one like that, not only were you safe, you were colourblind as well. Have a try this.
Use. The Mitsubishi Nimbus. This is the urban assault vehicle.
That's a truly horrible thing. That's really what they call an oxymoron. It's the words made out of nimble and bus. How many nimble buses have you ever seen?
Righto. On 3 occasions, the award was withheld. No car was crap enough. Right. There's that one. Very good. The Chimera, 1982.
Now, I have to say that the Chimera, really,
It's shithouse.
You're right, it's shit
It's
house.
shithouse,
Yeah, right.
yeah. Yep. Another one there. Put that there. All right, what do we got here? I know this. In 1991, it was a split decision between the Honda NSX and its absolute identical twin brother, the Nissan Pulsar. What a hard decision that is. Wow.
Wheels magazine, what were they thinking?
actually heard that when you become a black belt in karate, you have to register your hands as a lethal weapon. Well, when you buy one of these things, a Nissan GTR, you have to sign the same registration form.
This could easily be a car that comes straight from the hard drive of some high-tech video game. It's a digital, data-infused sensory overload, dripping with parlour tricks and electronic treats.
So when it came to driving it, I thought I'd do some intensive research. The GTR really is a gizmotronic super show. And with all the technology on board, you can see why I'd be worried about it being more like a digital interpretation of the real thing than actually having the emotion of driving a fast car.
On paper, the GTR seems like a cyber circus, robotic and cold, too clinical to deliver the sensation of a true supercar. But this car has a dark secret, and it's not about to give it up easily.
Okay, so the story goes something like this. From day one, Nissan had this car in mind to beat the 911 Turbo around the famous Nürburgring track in Germany. Now, they take this car to 10 besquillion laps of Nürburgring in testing and finally proclaim to the world that they've actually not only beaten the 911 Turbo, but beaten its bigger motorsport brother, the GT2.
And from that, Nissan claimed to have created a supercar killer. A ninja that prowls the streets at night, hunting down its prey and leaving a trail of bolts in its wake. It's even claimed that Nissan bought a 911 Turbo just so they could slice it up and find ways to beat it. But the more I think about it, the more it bugs me. Something just doesn't add up.
How can a car that's heavier, with less power, with smaller tyres, and have a higher centre of gravity actually beat something like a Porsche GT2? It just doesn't add up. There's more to this story than we probably know.
Beneath the stealth-like skin of this $150,000 automotive samurai is a twin-turbo 3.8-litre V6 with 353 kilowatts. But there are rumours it's actually more powerful than Nissan is suggesting, and it's taken years to conjure and refine all this marvellous wizardry. Its LCD computer display delivers the sort of telemetry that fighter pilots would use. Things like G-force and yaw rates. And it's this information the computer uses to constantly adjust the suspension and all-wheel drive system.
Yes, mate, it's a real GTR. That's the real problem with having one of these cars. It's the absolute doof-doof magnet of the world. You just got every bloke with a subwoofer or a fiberglass wing wanting to run you at every set of lights. Really got to love manga cartoons to love the look of this thing, though, I've got to say. It looks a bit like a flattened shark or a catfish or some sort of bottom-dwelling fish.
So, if this is Godzilla reprised, where is the monster hiding? I needed a stretch of road, private, controlled, and, like the Nürburgring, closed to the public, so I could drive this car and discover some truths. I had a feeling tomorrow was going to be a very interesting day. This is the Mid-North Coast. Out here, there's a 13-kilometre stretch of brand new freeway, running parallel to the old